C beats Forest at the weekend 3-0. Your 5 things.
Man, I feel like this was one of those tales of two halves, like to end all tales of two halves. But all encompassing, I'd say the first thing was in Josh we trust. A lot of propaganda from me over our time on this podcast. Kind of feel like at the one of the valleys of my propaganda is when he got his chance right against Liverpool. Had a great performance, good showing, and I think he did the same here. A weird trend of like defenders having to score goals to get recognition, but I think regardless, we're really starting to see a breakthrough from him. I'd love to see him stay in the team. I thought he looked really comfortable. Again, there were a few mistakes. I think that comes with the territory. He's a teenager. But all things considered, a lot of talent, and I really hope he continues to get a run in the team. Second thing I learned, I feel so safe with Caicedo in the middle. I love Lavia. I feel like we've all kind of heaped praise on him, even though we've seen limited time of him on the pitch. But it's just something different with Caicedo out there. I think maybe it's because Lavia is still nursing injuries or just seems fragile, so he can't really go into challenges or cover ground the way Caicedo does. But it's just something different with Caicedo in there. I don't even feel like he was really on the ball too much in the second half. He didn't really make too many mind-blowing challenges, but literally his presence just changes dynamics in the middle. They overloaded us in the first half. We couldn't really cope. And then as soon as he's in there, it's a different story. Third thing we learned, kind of back onto those halftime changes, João Pedro against these low blocks, these back fives as the 9, it's not working. We've always kind of questioned what's his best position. He's kind of one of those forwards. But I think it was night and day for me, first half, second half. Gui wasn't mentioned in any of my 5 things, but I think his cameo was really promising. And part of that is opening up the space for João Pedro to operate. And again, just night and day in the second half, his performance. So something we definitely learned. Fourth thing, Pedro Neto, I feel like I don't really talk about him too much. The best way I can really sum it up is it ain't much, but it's honest work. Or like, I don't think he was brought in to be this, but given our winger personnel, he is our winger we're relying on the most because it's Gittins, Garnacho, Estevao, Neto. Those are our winger options. And 3 of those guys, they're brand new. So it's on you, Pedro. I don't think this is what he was brought in to do, but this is the situation we've put ourselves in. And I think he stepped up big time in the second half. As much as we love praising hard work and work rate, defensive contribution, we paid £60 million, and I believe he scored 4 Premier League goals. I don't think he was particularly awful last season. I don't think he was elite, right? Okay, it's his first year. So it's his second year. He's our most experienced winger, and I think he's going to have to do a lot more lifting than he should have been asked to do, but let's see it. And then 5th thing I learned, if it weren't for a few hamstring injuries, I think we'd just be seeing an otherworldly talent in Reece James. It's really sad. Me and Mila had good combo on that, though. I mean, just the ability this guy has, I can't really even wrap my head around just what he's capable of. It's just such a shame we've been robbed of a lot of his developmental years, but he's still only 25 years old. We're starting to see him. I feel like he looks better physically, just the way he moves. I'm not as worried about him sprinting. Looks a little leaner. So fills me with a lot of optimism that it's been almost a year since we've had an injury issue with Reece. And long may it continue. I only think it gets better from here in terms of him. I can pick a lot of different adjectives, but he's otherworldly, man. He's unbelievable. So I just hope we can continue to see him in our biggest games starting, captaining the team. And I think not just his development on the field, but I think he has really grown into the captaincy. He's always kind of been a shyer character and then completely rebuilt our team and everyone was gone. So he kind of ended up being the captain. I always felt like that kind of was coming in his career, but definitely earlier than I expected. And I think even last year we heard the manager call out the leadership saying we need more there. And I think he's absolutely stepped up to the plate. Definitely easier when you're playing consistently. But It's really cool to see the growth there. That's a lot of this project is seeing these guys grow. We're banking on a lot of it. And it's not just the young guys, the Estevaus, the Paez, all the wonder kids. It's a lot of the guys within. I think we saw a lot of growth from Colwell last year as a leader. And then this year with Reece, we're really starting to see him grow into that role, really comfortable there. So one more time, long may it continue.